Hello and welcome, Red Devils United. We're back with another show. Let's look at Manchester United's journey in the Champions League this time. Let's see how they played against the big teams and how they fared against some of the lesser teams of Europe. Stay tuned for more. Well, when the Champions League draws were announced in August, United was placed with Juventus, Valencia, and Young Boys from Switzerland. Many thought that this will be a very difficult group to move out of because of the presence of Juventus, who had just bought Cristiano Ronaldo, and Valencia, who've always been a tricky team for any big team in Europe. Young Boys were supposed to be the punching bags of this group, compared to last season, where we were up against Basel, CSKA Moscow, and Benfica. This was supposed to be a tougher test for us. And given that we had finished second in the Premier League the season before, which Mourinho considered was his biggest achievement with this squad, this wasn't the right start for us for the season. Well, fast forward from August to September. First game, the Champions League, away at Young Boys, a young team from Switzerland. Nobody's heard of them. Nobody knows who their best players are, how they play. But they put up a challenge to Manchester United. Even though we came out winners with 3-0, we struggled really bad against Young Boys.
Yeah. So I think we scored 3 goals against them. We won 3-0. I think it was at their stadium. And I think after that we had the Juventus game at home at Old Trafford, and we were simply outplayed in that game. Juventus put up a real masterclass, and we expected Ronaldo to score at that game, but yeah, so that didn't happen. But they still played us out of the park, and I think we lost 1-0. But it felt like we lost at least 5 or 4-0. We were simply not in the game for that, and we were tactically and strategically outplayed in that game. And after that, I think
at home we've always had some tricky starts. I mean, this season, be it the Premier League or the Champions League, we are not turning up at Manchester United. We're not turning up at Old Trafford at all. Our teams, they just, I think either they play under pressure, the crowd is behind them, everybody's supporting them, but they do not make use of that support. And then the away team just comes in, they get into a rhythm, and that's when they start feeling like, we have got a chance, and they feel like a home team rather than us. And that's what Juventus did against us. They played their football, they had the confidence, the charisma, and the presence of Cristiano Ronaldo is enough to scare away any team. And our defenders, the likes of Chris Smalling, Phil Jones.
I think Lindelof was out of favor at that moment as well. He was not in the team.
Yeah, he wasn't even making the squad. Luke Shaw was having a scrappy
Luke Shaw was, he was getting instructions from Team Mourinho on the touchline, saying how to defend during the last moments of the game. And I think that momentum really continued when Valencia also visited Old Trafford.
Yeah, I think 0-0 draw.
We played out a 0-0 nil draw. And Valencia always were, it felt like they can score a goal any moment. And we didn't really have any attacking threat against them. And at that point, I think we were kind of struggling on the points table as well. I think we were second, but Valencia was very close to us in terms of points tally. And
I think Juventus also drew against Young Boys.
Yeah. So that really gave us an opportunity to move to the top of the table, where we could have faced a lesser opponent in the next stage, but we kind of seem to not take these opportunities throughout the season. We have been continuously missing the top 4, and that's what has been showing up till the end of the season as well. So I think that's kind of a pattern for us.
Yeah, and then fast forward again, Juventus away. For 80 minutes, we were nowhere in the game. Cristiano Ronaldo scored a superb volley. I mean, that was a stunner. Everyone felt that that goal was the winner, and another goal was coming soon, but Juventus was wasteful. They wasted chance after chance after chance. They were taking shots inside the box, outside the box. Cuadrado missed a edged
yeah.
chance. I
It
mean,
was a
Cristiano
second
Ronaldo
missed.
laid him in the box and Cuadrado just carried it over
Yeah.
the
It
over
was
the
a
bar.
real lucky win for us. I think Mata scored that free kick towards the end of the game, and Mourinho said that it was kind of a masterclass he played out, but I think it was just a lucky game for us. We were not supposed to win that game, but somehow something worked out, and Mata out of nowhere scored that free kick, and that really changed the complexion of the game, and we started putting in pressure on the goal. I think it was an own goal from
Alexandro.
yeah, I think Alexandro.
But still, that free kick
Yeah.
was really well
It
placed in the
was,
box, in the places where defenders find it tricky and
Yeah.
awkward to defend. One touch and there is a chance of an own goal, and that's what happened.
yeah, that really I think solidified our position as second on the I think group stage. And the next game I think we played Young Boys at home.
Yeah, and we struggled
Yeah,
to
we
score
just scored
against
one.
them.
I think Rashford.
Maroon Fellaini.
Okay, that's what
He
Fellaini.
came
Yeah,
off at the end. I think
Yeah.
it was 84 or 85th
Right,
minute.
right, yeah,
Again,
correct.
a last minute winner.
yeah, it was scrappy win
I mean,
again.
teams who come in again and again at Old Trafford and they're bringing the match to us rather than us taking the game to them.
Yeah.
We are scared of teams at Old Trafford instead of the other teams being scared of us or being intimidated by the crowds at Old Trafford, by the theatre of dreams. I mean, that stadium has an aura. We're not living up to it. Up to it.
Yeah, I think next came the really miraculous stage for us when I think the first part, I think, oh yeah, Solskjaer was still, I think he was appointed the caretaker manager
Oh, no,
before the
Solskjaer-
PSG game.
Solskjaer
Yeah.
came before the PSG game, but the last game of the group stage
Yeah,
against
I
Valencia,
think it was, yeah.
that was
Valencia.
still Mourinho, and
Yeah.
that was one of his last.
I think it
last
was his
weekend.
penultimate match. I think the next following week we had
Liverpool.
and next he got sacked. And
But that Valencia performance
Really-
was also bad. I mean, we
Yeah.
did not turn up again a match where if we had won, we would have progressed as group winners. And Juventus, I think they lost their game.
yeah, I think they lost or drew the game, but we had an opportunity to finish top of the table.
Yeah.
And again we lost that chance.
We lost that game. We did nothing. I mean, Valencia, they wanted it more than us. And they wanted to be in Europa League instead of young boys and see where Valencia are. They're playing the semi-finals of the Europa League. They play Arsenal next at home in the second leg of the semi-finals. And where are we? I mean, we had some really great moments in Champions League, but those moments were lucky moments. They weren't moments created by us. Be it the PSG game,
Yeah, we got really excited for the PSG game.
we were super
Yeah.
excited. I mean, at the back of victories after victories, goals after goals under Solskjaer, we'd never seen these moments in like 5 or 6 years. He was breaking record after record. Imagine scoring 5 goals against a team. The last time United did that was 2013 against West Brom when Romelu Lukaku was playing for them. Imagine that far behind.
Yeah, so I think the real change for that game was that we went in with a real optimism that we can achieve something away from home because we lost really badly. I think when PSG came to Old Trafford again, the same pattern we saw. And but once
There were
we,
injuries in that game. Second half,
yeah,
first half, Anthony Martial
Yeah.
and Jesse Lingard. They both got injured, and then we had another injury as well in the second
I
half
think,
that kind
yeah.
of skewed our plans a little.
yeah, but away from home, we were really up for it. I think Lukaku scored in the second minute. That really put,
So the one Bernard volley where he tried to give a back pass to the goalkeeper
Yeah.
and Lukaku just bounced on
that's
it
correct, yeah.
and went for the goal.
Yeah,
And
so that's when I think the game really started to open up. And after that, I think PSG scored. I think Juan Bernat scored. I think it became 1-1.
it became
But,
1-1.
yeah, but right before the first half,
Rashford's free kick,
Yeah,
or Rashford's shot from
Rashford's
outside
shot,
the
yeah.
box.
yeah,
He just dinged and Buffon, he was in no man's land. And it just, the ball bounced before him.
yeah, it was a really difficult take for
Yeah.
any keeper, I guess. But I think, yeah, so I think it became 2-1 before the first half, and we were in for the game. And that's what I think Solskjaer went like with the strategy. So in one of his press conferences, he also said that if we have the game till the 80th minute, anything can happen because we know we can score the late goal which we need, and luckily it happened. I'm still not sure it was a handball, but who cares? Uh, I
Well,
think,
that penalty, imagine 93rd minute, 21-year-old kid on the ball.
yeah,
You need
real pressure
cool,
situation.
calm heads on that shoulders. But Rashi, he showed it. He's put it in the top corner, way past Kufal, and that was it. That was our defining moment of the season. And I think one of the issues with that game, or after the game, we were celebrating as if we were the smaller team and we beat a Goliath.
Yeah.
We started acting out as Davids instead of being the Goliath.
Yeah, I
We
think
were,
that's where the sense of going into the Barcelona game really changed. Like we were going into games thinking that we were the smaller side and not equal to the opponent. I know, but the thing is, Manchester United has always been a huge club. We don't have that mentality within the players to replicate on the pitch. That's why I think fans think that we are going in short-handed into matches with bigger clubs.
yeah, and this is a dangerous sign for us because
Yeah, that's really
we have not performed up to mark in any competition. I mean,
against
one,
Barcelona. We were completely outplayed. We had no chance. Like we were expecting something to happen, a miracle of sorts, but yeah, we always knew that it was not going to happen.
yeah, with Messi turning
With
up in
Messi,
form
yeah.
and other players supporting him, the wide pitches at
Yeah.
at Nou Camp.
It was
I
never
mean, our
going to
strategy had to be important, and
Yeah.
we started really well. The first 10 minutes, we were off to a flyer.
Yeah.
This reminded me of our final against Barcelona at Rome, where that was a second consecutive Champions League final. And again, we started really well. I mean, we took 2 shots on the target, Cristiano Ronaldo in the game, in the moment, but we still went out as 2-0 losers on that day. And this is what Barca did to us. First 10, 15 minutes, soak in the pressure, get into a rhythm, and then they just started playing the ball, and our defensive mistakes showed up again in that game. David De Gea with the second goal.
Horrendous mistake, yeah.
I mean, that's been our story so far. We've seen mistakes across the pitch happen every other game.
Yeah, that really has defined our Champions League campaign, I guess. Mistakes across the pitch and lack of confidence going into games, and no real sense of positivity among the players before the matches as well. And I think those were the three crucial factors which played in like United's. I think it was it. That is what happened with United during the whole campaign. So
Yeah, so one theme that we take out from this campaign is that the only constant for Manchester United was mediocrity
yeah,
and feeling like a lesser team every single time they played. I mean, if you say at one hand, we are Manchester United and we never give up, you cannot go into a game with a smaller team mentality. You have to show up as big guns.
right.
I mean, if you think it, you can be it. I don't care if we lose 1-0 against top teams, but if we play our brand of football, even 45 minutes on the pitch, I don't care if the players are tired in the second half, but at least show the other team that we are here. We are here to win. We are here to score goals. We are here to nick points. But if we turn up defeated in the first half itself and the players get tired in the first half just running around shadows and not getting the ball, or even when they get the ball, they just don't know what to do with it, there's no point in playing
There's no
football.
point in
Well, so that has been our story in the Champions League so far. So many hits, but yet so many misses. We were so near, yet so far. But I feel these are the games that the players have to get used to.
Yeah.
Because right now they've gotten used to playing lesser teams in Europe, the mediocre teams, playing in the Mickey Mouse Cups, Mickey Mouse Leagues. And if you win them, there's no sense of joy or celebration after that. It is the big teams that we want to defeat, that we want to play well against. And I'm happy that we faced PSG and then Barcelona and not another team.
That's correct. Yeah, I really hope that we get to play a bigger club for a quarterfinal game, and that happened, and that really showed us where what our level is in the European stage. We'll be in Europa League. We'll be trying to find joy in by win over the smaller clubs.
Like CSK Moscow,
Yeah.
CSK Sofia, RB Leipzig, all those kind of teams. Oh, RB Leipzig is, by the way, in the Champions League positions. Any of the other teams in and around Eastern Europe that you've never heard of, get ready for it because we'll be coming up with their names in our videos next season.
Yeah.
But until then, Red Devils United, please, please, please stay tuned for more because this is the first part in Manchester United's Champions League video series that we're working on.
Yeah.
We'll be coming out with our second part. We'll talk about how United did compared to other English teams,
yeah.
and
That
how
will be
other
really interesting.
and how other English teams have progressed compared to Manchester United after Alex Ferguson left.
And we will also be talking about what United can do going into the future and how it can improve its performances, even if we are able to somehow qualify into the Champions League positions this season or maybe the next upcoming season. So, yeah, interesting videos coming up.
So Red Devils family, like, share, subscribe to our content. We come out with new videos every other week, and we want you to let us know what other content would you like us to put on, what other discussions would you like us to have, especially in the summer when there are no more games, but interesting transfer speculations. And please click the bell icon and subscribe to our content and be the first one to notified whenever we put up a video. And your comments are valuable to us, so please, please, please let us know how we're doing. And until next time, have a great day, guys. Ta-da!